the tarot really wants you to know that you have to believe that the Aquarian age is coming in, wishing upon a star. You have to focus on what's coming in, not what's leaving, like this destruction, this chaos. You manifest your world, all right? So if you're focusing on the demise, the destruction, the fear, that's going to bring more of that into your life, okay? Hi Leos, welcome to Modern Maven Tarot. I'm Andrea Elizabeth, and whenever this tarot reading shows up on your timeline, this message is for you. Thank you so much for joining me today. Quick intuitive message that came in while I was clearing your cards. A lot to do with emotionally walking away from something. And this feels kind of almost like something within, internally. Okay, so I could get the idea of an attachment to a certain emotional belief, a feeling we've had about ourselves, our situation, but I'm getting a strong sense of confidence in this, and strength and boundaries. So whatever this is for you, do take that how it resonates. But it's this path, it feels like you're walking this path alone. So I'm getting, again, this idea though that it's something internally within you where, you know, you're going to the depths and you're realizing that some part of yourself no longer aligns with this identity that is part of the Aquarian age, of this transformation, this alchemy. It's almost as if, you know, you're manifesting this Queen of Swords. Also with the Queen of Swords, very important message from that card is to make sure that you allow your experiences to inform your decisions. I get this idea of there always being, and this could be that emotional attachment that we're walking away from, something or someone that pulls us back with that, this energy, that warm, nurturing fire energy that you are, that somebody kind of knows how to manipulate that in a sense for their own personal gain. Okay, so whatever this is for you, make sure that you have the confidence and the boundaries to stay attached to your inner flame and not let other people dictate how you express that inner flame, what you should be doing, because it's a new direction. It's a new way of thinking, honestly. I'm getting like this is a whole new world, and this determination to prepare to move forward, following that path, following it alone. It's part of that Pluto and Aquarius. So if you ever have any questions, take a look at what sign rules Pluto in your chart, what house Pluto is in your chart. And there might be some answers for you related to answering that wake-up call and stepping into the Aquarian age in some way. But I do feel this is a very, very, very powerful shift. And remember that change is here for us personally and collectively, all right? We want to step into that idea that we all deserve to shine. So let's see what we got going on for Leos. Again, Leos, thank you so much for joining me today. Please don't forget to hit that like button, comment if it resonates or if you have a question, and subscribe to Modern Maven Tarot. I feel like this is something in your heart of hearts. In your heart of hearts, you know what's best. And you have to be strong with that. You also have to be patient. Unfortunately, like I said, if that King of Coins was somebody else and it's this like energy of dominance, there are thoughts that you just can't shake. All right. But it's also a fear of, if it is an attachment to that, there's a fear of detaching from that masculine energy. No matter how this isn't gender specific, but we all have divine feminine and divine masculine energy. We all have yin and yang. But there's this idea of these doubts, this questioning, and we fear the unknown. And so we might stay on a path we're not meant to be on, but emotionally we know we're meant to leave it. Okay. Interesting. Oh, wow. Okay. So this is a big theme for you. Okay. Doubt, questioning. Last week's energy coming into this week, the Eight of Swords, all right? More feeling stuck, feeling blocked, and fear of thinking that we have no control over unsticking ourselves. But if she just removed the blindfold, she would see those swords aren't keeping her trapped. They're there to help her cut through the spider webs and free herself, all right? And then see next week's energy being the King of Swords and Justice. I'm feeling that there is a dominant energy where you're not feeling in control of your life. It's a masculine energy, but that you have to remind yourself that nobody can control your flame but you. All right, that's just a very strong message that's coming in. Nobody can control your flame but you. All right, next week's energy, King of Swords. King of Swords can also indicate legal matters. So seeing justice the next week, this could be a legal situation. If this is relationship, it could be a breakup, divorce, something legally, dealing with that, but take that how it resonates. But this is an idea of also making choices based on logic and rationality. But I almost think that the logic and rationality are actually getting in the way because of all that emotional, walking a new path energy I saw. So we will clarify these. That'll indicate more for us. But this could just be too, could be, an older male figure. It could be a boss. So if this is career related, it could be this idea of feeling like you're stuck in a job that, you want to leave, or, you have a contract and somebody's reminding you you're not allowed to leave because of this contract. Something like that is going on. Next week's energy, justice. All right, this is clarity. This is Libra energy. So this is seeing things for what they are, all right, because justice is blind, right? It's also the yin and the yang. So what was I saying about that divine masculine, divine feminine? We have both within us. And so again, if somebody's using shadow, divine masculine energy, like aggressive Mars energy, as a means of keeping like you in your place, if you will, there is this idea that you have to remind yourself that you also have divine masculine energy, and you know how to show that divine masculine energy in a healthy way. All right, and standing up for yourself. But this is the idea of cause and effect, and we need to remember that the balance comes from within. So if we're feeling our world, if we're feeling the collective is out of balance and we have no control, we have to remind ourselves that the power for us to do anything comes from us balancing the scales within us, okay? That's the message here that Aquarian Age keeps trying to bring in for us, is we have to personally see our power. And the more of us that can collectively do that shadow work, keep our lives in balance, focus on love, focus on healing, and not just projecting it out into the world, but making sure that we take care of it first internally. That's where the shift happens, okay? All of these little personal, individual people doing this collectively, that's where the power is, okay? All right, so let's see, Eight of Swords. Yeah, I'm getting a lot of overthinking, questioning what we should do, even though we know what we need to do. And they're just being this force that's telling you that they're in control. Yeah, it might hurt. Okay, so that's the thing, is sometimes the change that Pluto in or that your Pluto in general, that your Saturn brings in, your blocks, your fears, your limitations, it's not always an easy lesson. Okay, I know this from personal experience, and the pain is going to be painful, but that there's a lesson in the sorrow, okay? And the heart teaches the mind. And so Leos, as much, there's something I'm getting that you got to cut it. You got to cut it. There's a web you're stuck in, but you can unstick yourself. And I do think it's an attachment to a person. And I do think this is a huge shift, bringing things back into balance for your life. But sometimes, we have to go through that, but the heart teaches the mind. And so as long as you keep that fire nice and calm and warm and stick to that light, yeah. Eight of Swords, clarified by the High Priestess. You know what to do, and that answer is coming from within, all right? Your intuition has been telling you. You see below the surface. There are things that Nine of Swords, right? The fears and the questioning. When you unstick yourself from this situation, that's where the expansion comes in, all right? Unsticking yourself, the expansion comes in. And this is something too where the High Priestess, all right, you might be feeling, alone. And if you are, it's like you have yourself, but then remember, you also have the people who have crossed over. You have your spirit guides, you have your ancestors. There's something to like this idea of looking at those people and how did they free themselves? Or is this stuck energy because of something that happened to a loved one or your ancestors where they tried to free themselves and then, something bad happened? Like I don't know why that's coming up, but whatever this unsticking is, we can unstick ourselves. And you have to know that the High Priestess, like, this is big energy letting you know that answer's within. You're not going to find it outside of yourself, okay? Look within. And then again, that expansion. Once you connect to that High Priestess, that coin that is gray and diminished, it opens up. Your third eye, your inner knowledge activates that coin, okay? All right. Let's clarify the King of Swords. Why is the King of Swords here for Leos? Why is the King of Swords here for Leos? All right, King of Swords. Why is the King of Swords here for... Okay, that's too many cards. Why is the King of Swords here for Leos? But a very important message. I saw the Four of Swords, the Ten of Wands. Like, there's this could be related to a Saturn lesson you're meant to learn. And again, go to your house that Saturn's in, go to the sign that rules Saturn, blocks, fears, limitations. If this is like a relationship, it might be in, you know, your fourth house or your fifth house. If it's like a career, like I said, it could be in, you know, your 10th house or your 9th house. But this is what happens when we work through that, okay? Six of Cups. I'm getting an indication that this is something related to blocks, fears, limitations in childhood. Something from childhood. Some sort of memory or loss of having something in childhood that is allowing this energy to be so dominant. You know, it's almost like you can't even see how dominant that energy is, but it's something from childhood that we either yearned for or something that we had that we are so determined to have now. All right, but I'm getting this is a loss of something. This is something we always yearned for, we never had, and we just want to attain it. And that's how this person is using that control. Okay. It can also just be related to kids in general. Like I said, if this is legal matters, it could be related to kids in general. Okay, so let's clarify Justice next week. Justice is here to bring the scales back into balance. Why is Justice here next week for Leos? Justice energy for Leos. Okay. Oh, good. And again, you have to surrender, all right? This at the bottom of the deck. Quit the struggle and surrender. There's something that needs to come to an end, and it's like every time we resist it, things just keep reminding us, okay? Wow, justice clarified by the Star Magician. This is a big, huge collective energy, all right? So the tarot really wants you to know that you have to believe that the Aquarian age is coming in, wishing upon a star. You have to focus on what's coming in, not what's leaving, like this destruction, this chaos. You manifest your world, all right? So if you're focusing on the demise, the destruction, the fear, that's going to bring more of that into your life. Okay, you have to take control of your thoughts. This is ruled by Mercury. It's manifesting. It's effective communication. What story are you bringing into the world? Are you bringing one of the fear, the destruction, and the hurt? Or are you bringing one of love and communal living and communal acceptance? That's a very strong message for you because this is ruled by Aquarius. Just as you have to believe that the scales are coming back into balance. And like I'm just saying, whoever this King of Swords is, I feel like they have a stronger influence on you than you realize, but you are in control of what you are focusing your thoughts and your communication on, okay? And remember that High Priestess is within you, okay? Oh, this is perfect. All right. How do I show love to myself and to others? Part of that, too, I think, is why the Six of Cups is here. This is also ruled by Sun and Scorpio. Scorpio, the sign of death, birth, transformation, also associated with the Death card. How do I show love to myself and others? I'm getting a strong sense of rethinking this because of whatever this situation is. So ask yourself that. Take time to do some shadow work. Weird, something was on my feet there. And see what answers illuminate from that. Get that shadow work journal too that's in my link tree. It is amazing, okay? Really clarifies things and you write letters to yourself after you do some of the entries, and you really start to hone in on getting that personal power back, okay? All right, so let's see what archetypal energy is here. Okay, we have Angel and Beggar. Now remember, this can be you or somebody in your life, okay? We all play characters in each other's lives. The most important part is for you to be the hero of your own journey, okay, Leos? So first, Angel, light attribute. I'm really getting a sense to this childhood energy. So, helping those in need with no expectation of return. Shadow attributes, acting innocent or angelic to mislead others, falsely claiming to be in touch with angelic guidance. Beggar, light attributes, confronts empowerment at the level of physical survival, awakens the spiritual authority of humility, compassion, and self-esteem. Shadow attributes, dependence on others to the exclusion of effort. Okay, so that could be where that Eight of Swords energy is coming in, and why we need the High Priestess, why we need to know our power within, all right? That's also ruled by the moon. So remember, your subconscious, your emotions. And this, I really think, is really connected there. Okay, we're going to get one clarifier, and then we're going to close this out again, Leos. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm giving you a big, warm Pisces hug. This seems like a reading where you need a really big, warm Pisces hug. Please remember to hit that like button. Share with somebody who you think this reading might resonate with, or who needs to hear this message. And again, comment if you have a question or if it just resonates in a certain way. So let's get a clarifier for Leos. All right, can I get a, oh wow, seeing the moon like that. All right, yeah, your intuition, it's telling you something. You know this message. There are signs that pop up, you feel it, and then you kind of rationalize your way out of it, if you will. You're very determined in some area of your life, okay? I love seeing the Page of Cups. This is going to bring emotional renewal, okay? What do we got? 10 of Wands, yes. Saturn and Sagittarius, okay. There is a lesson here, and this lesson actually has to do with faith in some way, all right? This burden can be lifted. You have to change your perspective, and you have to take one step at a time. That's something too, is like this idea of you might make this decision, and it's a big decision, but it's going to be incremental, okay? Like, you're going to be freed, but there's a lot of internal work that's going to go along with it, all right? But I do think it's the right choice for you, Leos. As always, shine your inner light, Leos. You've got this.